Divine Ingenuity needs to be a permanent addition to Genshin Impact. Hear me out. The world of Genshin is continuously evolving as time goes on, and with that, new events bring plenty of cool and interesting ideas to help gather more attention around the game. But out of all the community events that Hoyoverse has added over the years, none of them have ever even came close to capturing my full attention such as this one. This is finally the first time in all of our Genshin careers since like the first days where I can finally have Noelle be the only hope you'll have in survival against boxing rings full of world bosses. Yeah, take that, meta. Hello everyone, I am Sakai Samurai, your guide in the world of Teyvat, and today's video is going to be mostly me taking my own opinion while also using and reflecting on the voices that are echoing throughout the rest of the community around the trending event that's going on right now called Divine Ingenuity. Seriously though, this event freaking rocks. It's allowing players to actually use their own creativity to make and create their own levels in the game, where they can then afterwards upload their very own creations onto Hoyo Lab for the rest of the world to see them and play on them. This is something in the gaming scene I just can never get enough of. And it's just honestly just a super easy tool for the developers to put into the game to not only raise up the player interaction, but to also really bring out the creative side in the community. And the feedback has just been insane. People are loving this mode, with the rows of Reddit and Hoyo Labs posts echoing all around the community right now saying the same thing, chanting that the event is just a ton of fun. But with that, all of this really cool community content that's happening right now, and all of this lots of interesting contraptions that are being uploaded by the literal second, which all is just bringing us to wonder on the great question, why isn't Divine Ingenuity a permanent game mode? Divine Ingenuity does something that other events simply just never do. They call upon the community to create their own custom content. This opens up the floodgates for some amazing creations to take place. There's already been people who's recreated Zelda dungeons, and with the right steps taken in place, Genshin Impact could honestly be stumbling into something huge here. Oh, and also first and foremost, I also need to clear the room by saying that yes, the mode still needs a lot of work, but with the addition to more tools and layouts with a little bit more leeway for the players to work with here, we can see some bigger projects easily taking place here. One of the many tools that is needed in this situation is a proper system to actually browse community projects. I can't stress this enough. I absolutely hate navigating these menus with my phone. As someone who predominantly plays Genshin on their PlayStation 5, even though I have a perfectly fine, very powerful gaming PC, being stuck scanning codes with your phone and then having to file through lists of created maps looking for a code that's actually going to work and not give you the screen of death with an error message is just plain agony. But seriously though, when you actually get into this map, it's absolutely amazing. And I mean, just look at other games such as Super Mario Maker, a game that will continuously provide thousands of hours of content for its fan base for an indefinite amount of time. Or if you want to take it even more step further into relevancy, just look at something like, I don't know, Fortnite. Love it or hate it, they hit a gold mine with creative mode in Fortnite, as it allows players to build and play on millions of different player created maps, with hundreds if not thousands being uploaded possibly every hour over there. Imagine the tools expanding to the point in Genshin to allow players to make much more fulfilled dungeons, such as making mazes or making your own little boss fight arenas. All that can already be done, but maybe we can even open it up more, such as allowing existing characters to gain XP and allowing us to play with our own parties that we already have. Sure, it would take some monitoring to pull something like that off, but that could be a massive game changer for those that's looking just for a different rhythm in Genshin. Also, some players have brought up the fact that Divine Ingenuity serves as a great way to actually learn what characters do, as you can access the entire character roster depending on the dungeon that you're in, allowing you to mix and match and really just experiment with different team combos. This mode can allow players to learn and play with characters before you make the long-term decision on if you should pull for them or not, or you should continue to save up for them. That whole idea alone takes this simple map builder and expands it into being even something like a training room and a team compositioner. With that in mind, all you're doing is really just allowing people to want to spend even more time and money enjoying Genshin Impact. It's such a colossal win for the fanbase and a huge win for the developers themselves. And I'm sure that something like this will take off some of the stress of continuously having to push out content when the player base is making some of their own custom fun created content. Also, speaking of gameplay features, I believe something like this could serve as an amazing change of pace from the repetitive system that we're currently having in place for our weekly challenges. Perhaps moving the system into being combined with your teapot or something along the lines, and having it to where you could have set rotating challenges that orient around playing the community maps or maybe even custom developer maps made for us every week or every 2 weeks or something like that. More enjoyable systems revolving around earning rewards and really just extra fun things to do is just so important in my opinion. I mean, it's good to farm the same routes looking for primogems and mora, but perhaps with what is being implemented here in Divine Ingenuity, maybe we could help shine a light onto some more interesting ways to complete these new challenges. I mean, the reason why I made this video really is to highlight how much I love Divine Ingenuity. It's an event that, even though it has some rough spots of functionality, it has some tremendous potential in the long run if fully implemented into the game correctly, where we could see even more players become interested not only in Genshin, but also players that are coming to show their own creative side of themselves, improving the life and health of Genshin Impact as a whole. Community interaction is just such a strong point for not only Genshin Impact, but really just Hoyoverse in general. I mean, just take a look at Hoyo Lab. The artwork, the cosplays, and really just the designs people come with is just fantastic. It's a very imaginative and very creative fan base as a whole. I mean, just let these people go to work. Trust me, they will prove this to be a massive success. Either way, everyone, I am interested on hearing your own opinion on this. Do you see this as being this huge playable game mode for the future of Genshin? Or did you simply think of the game mode as just a simple another way to just quickly make some primogems, cash it all in, and then you moved on without really ever thinking about it again? Regardless on the matter, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I normally do all sorts of Genshin Impact related content over on my channel, primarily rotating around lore guides and readings, as well as the occasional guide and parody video. If you liked what you saw today, make sure to give me a like, and if you want to see even more from me, feel free to subscribe. And as always, I'm Sakai Samurai, and I shall see you all in the next video.